I remember something my sister used to tell me when I was not younger, but like I'm talking about like a couple of years ago, maybe like 3 or 4 years. She'd be like, "Wow, your memory is so good. You remember everything." Because she would tell me things, or things would like I would remember, and I would just say it. And that's actually when I actually gave a fuck. And now I just can't remember anything. So now you might be saying, okay, is it because your memory has gotten worse or because you just don't care? And I think I have gotten to the point in life where I just don't care. I really don't care. Like I've started to ask myself, who was that person I worked with? And it's not even 5 years. Like it's been a couple of years ago. I mean, 1 or 2 years. And I'll be like, what's their name? What's their name? And like, I just don't remember. And I would have to go through my emails. Like I have pictures in my head of their faces, but I don't remember names. I wonder if a lot of people are like that. Like I wonder if people just don't remember. I remember when I was in my last year of college. Like last year of college, like I like this blew my mind. I remember I was in physics lab and I saw a girl whose name I recognized. I forgot her name. Like, if you ask me now what her name was, I don't remember. But I saw that name and I'm like, she went with me to elementary school. And we knew each other, but like, you could ask me what grade was she in. I don't remember. You can ask me like what was my relationship with her. I don't remember. I just remember her and I remember her face. And then I was like, this girl went to me in elementary school. And you might be like, okay, well, elementary school is not a big deal, right? From college to elementary school. The thing is, I've been to 3 elementary schools, but I don't consider the first one I went to as part of my education. Like my parents moved to a different state, and because of the lack of knowledge, they didn't realize they went to like a really bad area in that state. And I went to school in that area, so I think we only stayed for like a month or a month and a half, and then I moved to the state I'm currently in. So I don't really consider that elementary school, even though it was my first school ever, I don't consider it as part of my education because I barely remember. Like the stories there I could tell you are from what I remember. Well, anyways, I had time, so I'll talk about it. And it's funny because I'm telling you, when you're young, I think your perception of everything changes. Even though I was there for a month, I don't remember who my kindergarten teacher is. If you show me a picture of her face, I don't remember her face. I don't even remember her name. I don't remember if she had like brown or blonde hair, nothing. There's like no image in my head. Well, I could tell you she was a woman. And what happened was, I think if you ask people like, like what grade is bad when you're in elementary school, a lot of like, I think teachers would say between maybe kindergarten and third grade. I think, I'm not even sure. But I always hear bad things about kindergarten. Like kindergarten, like they're babies, it's the first time they go to school, right? Kind of. But now they have like 3 to K or pre-K or whatever they have these days. I don't know. I actually started kindergarten. Like my sister did pre-K. I didn't do pre-K. So kindergarten was my first time at school. And you'll see videos of like kids crying when they're away from their parents. Oh, there was a fly. That scared me. And I always put myself as being brave. Like I won't cry, I won't cry. And I think when you hold back stuff, like, all of a sudden, boom, the tears just overwhelm me, right? So I don't remember if this was my first day or my first week, or I don't remember, but I just remember this day. And I remember going to school and we had lunch. And the funny part is I remember where my classroom was. Like my classroom would be at the end of it wasn't even the end of the hallway. It was like you would have to walk up these long stairs, and then in front of you would be security, and then it would be the auditorium. And then I think to the left of the auditorium, there are like maybe 3 classrooms, or maybe 4. There are, I think, 4 doors or 3 doors. I don't remember quite well. But at the end, like one of those doors was my classroom, basically. So it was pretty right there. Like you didn't have to go up the stairs or anything. It was just like right there. And then on the right side would be the cafeteria. But the cafeteria, you would have to walk down. So like the cafeteria was like at a basement kind of thing, I guess you would say. I don't really know how to describe it. Regardless, I remember that I went to lunch and I sat in the cafeteria. I ate my lunch. And then I guess I didn't know if like you had to. This is where things get confusing. I don't know if I honestly didn't know that you had to wait in the cafeteria till everyone's done, or you can go back to your classroom, or I was just curious. I wanted to keep exploring. Like I don't remember what my motive was, if you have to say. But what I did was I walked up the stairs, and I was trying to go back to the classroom. That's what I was trying to do. Why? I just don't know. And I remember a security guard. He stopped me. Huge guy, was young, in his 20s probably. Definitely on the larger scale, meaning like wide body. And you're tiny, so he just like stood in front of me. And I always told my parents this because I'm like, you have to walk up the stairs to get out of the cafeteria. How the heck did I get out of my seat, go up the cafeteria stairs, and no one in the cafeteria stopped me? Or were they like, oh, let the security or handle it? Anyways, what they told my parents, which was the funny part, they told my parents I was leaving the school. And I keep telling my mom, I'm like, that's not what happened. And I understand because I told you the cafeteria is like literally right next to the stairs to leave the school. Anyways, so I told my parents I was leaving the school. That's one of the images I have in my head. And then I have one more image from that school where I remember sitting in the cafeteria and just crying. If you ask me why, no clue. No clue. The only thing I remember is that in my lunch bag, I had onion and garlic chips from Wise, I believe. And those are the only 2 pieces of memory I have from that school. I don't remember anything else. So that's why I don't really consider that school as, I don't know, as part of my education, I guess I could say, but it was part of it. Anyway, so back to the story, right? The real story. So I'm left and I went to an elementary school that's really, oh my God, I should really make an audio about my elementary experience. But I went to a school where I stayed there till 5th grade. So during my time, elementary school was until 6th grade. And now they changed it, like elementary school is only until 5th grade. So I went to elementary school till 5th though. And that school was, how do I say it? It was good and bad for me. Meaning like, yeah, I had some bad moments, I had some great moments, but I think that's normal in every environment. But the real thing from that elementary school is who I met and when I was in 1st grade. In 1st grade, I met this girl, and she would go to after school tutoring, but it would be in like a community base. Like it wasn't like one-to-one tutoring. It was more like she's Chinese, so I guess they call it Chinese school. And they would be with different grades, meaning they would have like older grades, younger grades, but they would go after school, like I believe to like 5 p.m. or something, or maybe later. I'm not sure how it was. But because she associated herself with the older kids, she was able to bring back a lot of information and then talk about it with me. Like, for example, one of the big reasons I know how to code in 5th grade with HTML is because she told me about a website, and I made an account, and it's like, you want to decorate your website, you want to look like cool, you want it to look pretty. So I started teaching myself how to read these codes with HTML so I can create my own layouts. Also, like anime, she was like the one who introduced me to anime, in the sense that, yes, I did watch Sailor Moon from TV, but like different other anime shows that I probably would have never watched. So like the first one that she was obsessed about was Naruto. So that's why Naruto's always been a big part of my life, because that was literally the first one. Like we would watch the episode that came out. Like I remember when like the whole teams come out. Like it was Team 7, and she would write like her own fan fiction. They didn't even call it fan fiction back then. I don't even know what they call it back then. There's a different name for it, but I think it was fan fiction actually. I don't know, but I don't remember using that word. But she would write her own story, or like she would change it. I don't know. She was very dreamer type. Regardless, in the middle of 5th grade, not even the middle, like I think March of 5th grade, I left and I moved. So I finished my 5th and 6th grade somewhere else in a different school. But that school that really shaped me up, the one I've been from kindergarten to 5th grade, there was a girl. Again, like I told you, I don't remember like what my relationship was with her. And so I'm in my last year of college in physics, and I don't have social media. I just hope we understand that. Like I don't have a personal social media. I had one, but I deactivated when I was in my last year of high school, I believe. I don't even think I had her on it. So my last year of college in physics class, I see this girl and I recognize her name. I'm like, she went, and I recognize her face kind of. I'm like, she went to me with elementary school, but I don't remember where. And all of a sudden, like randomly, she told me, did you go to the elementary school that I went to? And I told her, I was waiting for you to basically, like I didn't want to be the creep and be like, I went to elementary school with you. Like I didn't want to be that person, but she was that person. And I'm like, I recognized you too. Thing is, me in my last year of college versus me in elementary school, I don't think I had the same face, but the fact that she recognized me shocks me. I found out that she actually went to Harvard, and she graduated, and then she went to get a second degree, which is why she was taking physics. But I'm not really sure so much about what her career path was. So I was like, God damn it, is her memory like really that well? Like, is memory associated with intelligence? That's always something I find to be curious of. Yeah, because this whole audio was about memory. Instead, we're going down memory lane. You see what I did there? But my memory is in shambles. Like right now, it's a disaster. Like I'm pretty sure, like the old me, if I have to be really honest with you guys, the old me, if I talk to you, some of you guys, I would remember your name. So for example, if I see your username, I'm like, oh, this is so and so. Me, I just can't put the pieces together, and it's not like I can't, I just don't want to. And that's something I think you get when you get older. I remember I had a colleague who's 10 years older than me, and I would say, God, why is her memory so bad? Like so bad. It was horrible, and she was very intelligent. Like, see, this is where I think, like, memory and intelligence may have some connection, but I don't think, like, you have to be intelligent to have... My mic fell. You have to be intelligent to have good memory. Anyways, she was really intelligent, and she could not remember anything. Like, sometimes we would be in meetings, and I would say this, and she wouldn't remember, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, this happened, like, last week or a couple of days ago, and she would have no clue. The thing is, she had a kid, and she was always coming late to work, so I think she was just so overwhelmed with what's happening in life, like, taking care of her kid. Who knows what issues she has with her husband. I know her mom was also living with her, so she must have been so distracted that she didn't have, like, the care, I guess, to put things in her memory. Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like the me now and the me probably like 8 years ago is not the same. And I know we constantly change, but I just can't find it in myself to care so much. And you might be like, that's not really a good thing. Actually, it is, because when I care too much, or yeah, it's true, when I care too much, it gives me a lot of anxiety, prevents me from doing stuff. Like, if I have to be honest, like, the reason you see me grow, like, the reason why you see me creating, like, the Secret Haven stuff, or just even doing this, like, even doing the audios, it's me ignoring the fact that X, Y, and Z could happen, and let's just see where this goes. Like, I cannot tell you the constant battle I had with myself when I started doing music. I was like, it was a battle, and once I stopped caring about certain things, like, I found my colors basically. And even with this, I feel like I'm out of phase one, I guess, with, the role playing, with the ASMR type of audios, I don't even, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even call it ASMR what I do. I mean, sometimes I do, but I feel like I just do audios and role playing. That's pretty much it. But regardless, yeah, I think once you stop thinking so much, or stop caring, or just care enough but not like over care too much, to the point where you feel like you have to gasp for breath, or you're anxious, things just start making more sense. Like, I feel like even though I'm at a point in my life where I feel like it should be different, I like where I am at though. And it just feels more like me. But something I don't have is, I'll tell you, a skill that I don't have is patience. I can have patience when I need to have patience, but boy, okay, I have patience. I just hate being patient. Let's go with that. Like, I know things, they always say things cannot go worse from up here. Like, it's an expression, like, it only goes up from here. But for it to go up means you have to wait. And who likes waiting? No one. Like, if I'm ordering an ice cream, I want it in 1 second. But I know, okay, they gotta, process the order. They gotta work on the other orders who are waiting. It's time. Time is essential, and you just gotta wait it out. Waiting is the hard part. Those people who have like patience to wait, kudos to you. But I feel like patience, you can confuse it with laziness. So just be careful. Like, you might say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. You're not patient, you're being lazy. But I'm gonna end it here. I might go down memory lane some more in the future. Yeah. I don't know, I just felt like talking about memory. But if I have to be on topic with memory, those matching games where you click on the same cards with the same picture? I'm so bad at that. That's one thing I've always been bad at. That's me.